Good morning, you guys. Alright, it is the 6th of January, Saturday morning, about 11:40-ish. Alright, we are in Silver Spring, Nevada right now. Heading northbound on US 95 alternates. We're going to be making a turn on the westbound US 50 here in a second, in this roundabout here. Alright, I mentioned in the previous video that I wasn't really sure if I was going to vlog the delivery of that same video, of that same load, or if I was just going to wait till I do my next pickup or something. But, you know what, this wasn't, I guess I would say, eventful enough trip that I'm going to go ahead and vlog this one. It's a Walmart delivery, so and Walmart tends to be like very, you know, regardless of which Walmart DC you go to, they tend to be all roughly the same with the arrangement and how much room there is and all that. Unless you're the Walmart in Colton, California, most of the time I don't picture Walmart deliveries being extremely exciting to watch or entertaining in any way. Colton, that's another story. There's always something like a shit show or some, you know, possibly some kind of drama of some sort going on there. So I'm more inclined to want to show those at least. But all right, anyway. I didn't want to wait until I do another pickup video to talk about the stuff I'm going to talk about. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and use this opportunity on this delivery because I have other stuff I can talk about on my next pickup. Won't be, it might not be trucking related too, I'll just give you that. Got a couple of aircraft related things that I want to talk about in the coming videos. And I don't know, I might do like an unpopular opinion, kind of a political related thing, not political rhetoric, but a thought on a particular legal thing that it's a touchy subject, I would say, but yeah, we'll get to that some other time if I even do post a video about that, right? Meanwhile, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to come stay here on US 50, and then we're going to get to a roundabout up here, a mile and a half away. We're going to hang a right, and that'll be USA Parkway. We'll stay on USA Parkway all the way up to the truck stop. We're going to pass right by the Walmart DC we're delivering to before we get to the truck stop. We're going to pass right next to their driveway. So, yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and stop at the 1-9. I think that way I can get me a shower while I'm there. More on that too while I'm talking, doing my storytelling. Okay, so about the story time for today. Alright, so for this load, you know, I picked it up in Springdale, Arkansas at a place called Freezing Store. It's basically frozen chicken. It's seasoned chicken. Oh, it smells so good. Ooh. Oh, love it. Seriously, it makes me hungry every time I smell it. Alright. So I got the load picked up, and then as soon as I got through there, I ended up going across 412, and you know, you guys saw me skill it out at the pilot there in Springdale. And that's where that video concluded. From there, I ended up going across 412 to Tulsa, and then went over to the JCT mothership, as I like to call it. That would be on Interstate 44 or the Turner Turnpike. About 20 miles from downtown Tulsa. Alright. Yeah, no, I didn't. Had I been in a car, I could have just made this turn no problem, but in order to keep my trailer as much as I can in the lane here, not put it in the shoulder, I had to wait for that bus. Because I knew I was going to need part of the bus's lane for my tractor. Alright, as you saw there, Interstate 80 is 18 miles away. The truck stops, there are 2 truck stops over here, Golden State Travel Plaza, or whatever you call it, Golden State Travel Center. Go figure, we're in the Silver State, but in California it's Golden State, but there's a truck stop called Golden State Travel Plaza. You would think that it'd be in California, not in Nevada. I don't know. I don't know why they don't call it Silver State Travel Plaza unless, I don't know, unless there's a chain that where the company started in California. I had to look that one up. I don't know. I don't know how many of them there are. I know they got one in Hawthorne, Nevada. I know they have the one over here in Sparks / McCarran, whatever you want to call it. I'm not really sure what else though. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I ended up getting over to the JCT mothership and got my new IFTA 2024 decals and permits. And then got moving again. It was kind of funny because I get over to the guard shack and what is his name? Dave, whatever. I think that was the guard's name. Yeah, I see him regularly whenever I'm over there. But yeah, he came out and was asking me if I got my permits yet, and I was like, actually, that's exactly why I'm here. It's the only reason why I'm here. So he said, all right, come on in, man. So I go in the shack and sign for it. And then once he gets through inspecting the truck and trailer, I go in. I just did a teardrop U-turn right there as soon as I get in the lot and came right back out the gate. Fun times there. Yeah, because maneuvering like that in a tighter area, it's always a good challenge because you got to watch the tandems where they're at in relation to where you're trying to be, while keeping your tractor in an area where it can actually work with, and getting the right amount of off track from the trailer to keep the trailer tires, I guess longitudinally or whatever you want to call it, in line with where or lined up or in the right position to line up with where you're trying to go to when you finish the maneuver. All right. Anyway, yeah, I got rolling again. Told you guys in the previous video I was expecting weather. I was trying to get all the way into New Mexico before ending my shift, but I ended up getting into Eric, Oklahoma. I was tired, and I was going to stop there in Eric for fuel anyway. So I ended up just taking a nap. But then in cooler weather, and because I'll set my alarm maybe a couple hours later or whatever, and then with the intent of getting moving. But it's so common where I'll wake up to my alarm and I'll feel kind of cool or whatever, even with my APU heater running. I'll feel the coolness permeating through the side of the truck, and it'll make me not want to get out of bed. And I'd rather just lay there, and then at the same time, like, oh, I'm doing fine on time anyway. I can always do regardless. I was inside at not even 1,100 miles out from the. Or wait, no. No, I might be a little bit off on that. Alright, well, it kind of screwed up my trip plan, what I planned on doing. Like I said, I originally planned on stopping the first time in somewhere in eastern New Mexico, perhaps Tucumcari, I don't know. I think that's what I had enough clock perhaps to reach. And then I was going to try to get from there into western Arizona somewhere, and then like Seligman or Kingman perhaps, and then then I'd be able to run from there up to here on that next lake, and then the plan was to be here earlier this morning, knock out a full 10-hour break, and that way if I get any pre-plans while I'm sitting over here, I can get rolling as soon as I'm empty tonight. My load here doesn't deliver until 2000 tonight. It's barely 11:50 right now, so we got about 8 hours to go before I can before my appointment time, or just over 7 hours before I can go before I can check in. All right. So anyway, yeah, stopped in Eric. Then had a bit of a shit show at the damn fuel island there in Eric. Now, because I was originally going to get fuel there. Now, I don't buy my fuel before I park because I've had my fuel siphoned before, even while I was in the truck, as far as I know. And I figure if I'm parked and in a position where it's possible for someone to siphon my fuel, well, it's not possible for them to siphon as much fuel if I don't have much fuel in my tanks in the first place. So I'll usually get my fuel after I've already finished being parked, and I'll hit the fuel island. Well, at this point, it was kind of a little bit of a shit show at the fuel island. My alternate plan was to stop at Allsup's in Vegas, Texas, and just get my fuel there. Now, Allsup's was a little bit cheaper per gallon overall, but you know, with points, I mean rewards points, shower credits, and drink credits and stuff, it was actually an overall better deal to get my fuel at Love's than it was to get it at Allsup's. You know, that's with my rebate factored in and all the other perks that I got out of it. Yeah, it came out to a bit because I don't get shower credits at Allsup's, and if I don't get shower credits and I need shower while I'm on the road, I don't want to be paying $12, $15, $20, whatever it is, for a damn shower if I don't need to. So anyway, that's a different topic, though. So I won't go off into the weeds on that. But anyway, there was a flatbedder who pulled up. He was like the third truck back in like the second lane away from the building. But now I was parked not too far back from where he. Yeah, there's that Tesla semi right there pulling a trailer. It's funny because the guy's right there in the center of the cab. He doesn't sit on the left side like I do. He's like right here in the center of the cab. Those things are hideous looking. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, but he was positioned in a way where, because there was another truck parked about, I don't know, 2 or 3 spots to my right, and in order, I was, with the shit show going on the fuel island, I decided, you know what, screw this, I'm just going to go to Vega and get my fuel there. I don't want to deal with whatever this crap going on here. Problem was, you have to go around the fuel island and go to the driveway there, right across the street from this pizza place, in order to get out of that parking lot. Well, now here's the problem. I can't get out of the lot because this guy's, the combination of this guy's trailer and the guy who was parked a few spots over from me was blocking me. Because the way I was positioned, I would have had, I don't, still even then, I could have done a 270 left, where I went straight out and then did a U-turn and back, you basically do a U-turn to go to where I really wanted to turn right. Perhaps I could have done that. I don't know. I might have had enough room to kind of straighten out and get between those two then. But because of where I was parked and I had the button hook out, I couldn't get myself positioned in a way where I could squeeze between him and the other truck. So I just kind of sat there and waited behind him. Next thing I know, because he was parked behind a Amazon driver, and then Amazon was behind someone else who was at the fuel pump. Taking forever too, by the way. Next thing I know, this guy gets out of his truck, the flatbedder, gets out of his truck and starts walking toward the building. I'm like, great. So now, next thing you know is going to happen. Someone's going to pull forward, either the lane to the right of this guy where he can move up, or the guy at the front of his lane is going to move up and then I'm going to sit there and be trapped. While this guy's dropping a dookie or something, whatever he's going inside to do. That irritates the shit out of me when drivers do that. It does to everybody. But then the next thing I know, quit doing that to this stupid truck. It reacts to my deer guard. My adaptive cruise sometimes adapts to my deer guard. Alright, anyway, with the lane that was closest to the building, there was only one truck waiting in line there. And then he basically, when he gets up, this guy walks up and gets up to where the cab area of that truck is at. He sees that nobody's in it, or that the person's in there waiting or whatever. And then he looks at me like, and he's trying to gesture for me to come over to that lane instead. I'm like, dude, I'm not even trying to get fuel, is what I'm thinking. But he doesn't know that. So and then he goes walking back toward the building again, and then I start thinking, I get this bright idea. Okay, you want to be a douchebag and block me like that? Watch this. So I went ahead and went over to the left, to that lane, and got up behind that guy. And by then, because there was plenty of space where, if Amazon were to pull forward, I would have been able to basically squeeze either between the back of Amazon and him and go over to the next lane over, or just leave outright. Or if it even got down to it, I could just squeeze in between him and Amazon and get fuel in front of him and fuck him back over, which I will do. I have done it, I will do again. If you do that shit, if you're not at the fuel island, at the fuel pumps itself, or at the courtesy lane, stay in your truck. Do not have bad manners, because I will return in kind with more bad manners of my own. And I don't really give a shit what you think about it. If you're going to block the fuel island like that, you deserve it. If you got to go that bad, then go park your rig and then walk in and then come up to there. Don't block the damn lane, though. So anyway, but the guy in his lane was blocking for so long. Shit, nice. I finally, and then finally he comes back out while I'm still stuck. And now, even though the guy in his lane was blocking for all that time and didn't even get his fuel until already the guy in the lane closest to the building gets up to the pump. The third lane over, the guy who was in that had already vacated, and there was nobody waiting in line behind him. So thought better when he got, once he's already back in his truck finally, he moves over, he sidles over and gets into that lane instead and gets his fuel from over there. And it's like, well, you see, now that guy had already left like 5 minutes before, and I could have already been gone out of here by now if he had stayed in his truck and waited until I got up to that point. Alright, anyway, I don't want to spend too much time talking about that drama. I eventually got my... I got to worry about this four-wheeler now, but I don't want to pull out in front of this oversized when I just got through cresting a hill and don't know what he's going to accelerate to. And I'm already above what speed I want to be going, so I'm going to get it backed off a bit. This is only a 55 zone here. I don't need my truck snitching on me to my company that I'm speeding. Alright. Alright, so after that, I ended up getting out to Encino, New Mexico. Now, Encino is at exit 201 at Bowlin's Flying Sea Ranch. That's at exit 234 in New Mexico on I-40. I had intended to get all the way past Albuquerque, I think maybe even to Gallup before stopping for my 30-minute break. But there was a problem. I told you guys about the weather issues. Well, yeah, and actually I was getting a mix between light rain and anything between light and really heavy snowfall, all the way from around Conway and Panhandle, Texas, I would say is when it started for me, and all the way up to there to Encino. None of the snow seemed to be sticking to the road surface, at least, so I was able to run pretty good speed all the way across. Was not expected to be able to do that though. Alright, but problem was Tijeras Pass, going down from basically from Edgewood. We'll just say from Edgewood or Cedillo area, and from there down to Albuquerque. That's basically what you might call Tijeras Pass. When you get to that summit up there, the 183 or so mile marker, comes straight down into Albuquerque, which is, and I-25s are on the 160. 159, 160, whatever. And I'm expecting this guy to go around the lane closure, that's right. Yeah, I did see the other sign earlier and I forgot about it. Anyway, though, there were traffic delays in there because of the road conditions and I think heavier traffic. So, dude, don't try to pass. What the fuck are you thinking, you fucking idiots? Get your ass back behind me, you dumb motherfucker. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Yeah, then there was also a problem on the westbound side over by Pruitt and Blue Water Village, which is around this, in between the 66 and 72 mile markers. Yeah, I didn't want to deal with whatever was going on over there either. I don't care if I deal with icy roads. I can deal with icy roads, just drive a little slower. I just don't want to be stuck in stop and go traffic. Or dead stop traffic possibly, because over there by Pruitt, there were, from what another driver told me, there was a crash over there earlier in the day with multiple fatalities that was causing problems over there. So that's why, and it was still looked like the road might have been closed over in that area before I was even going down to before I was even to Encino. So I just said screw it. I was going to do a split, like a 2 or 3 hour split there in Encino, and then, hopefully the traffic conditions will get better. It was in the evening commute time anyway, and I was kind of thinking, well, maybe the traffic volume will die down enough where I can get down there more easily, but even after 2-3 hours, it just wasn't going away. So I said, yeah, I already know that the storm was supposed to end that same night. And it was there wasn't supposed to be any weather at all in the morning, so I just went ahead and did a full break there. It wasn't going to impact my ability to get over to here around the same time I was planning on being here. It was just the only thing it affected was how close I would have been to here before starting my last leg. I wanted to be set up where if I didn't have a full 10-hour break, I didn't have enough time to do a full 10-hour break between getting here and delivery time, then I could at least just chip shot it in from perhaps Hawthorne, Nevada, and then have plenty of clock still on my shift to run deadhead miles as soon as I'm empty. But that kind of changed things. I was like, I don't have to deal with these traffic delays because I'm pretty sure that it's going to be better shape tomorrow more early in the morning, and it's not affecting. It just means I run a shorter leg going from Eric to Encino, and then a couple of 530 or so minimum length legs to finish it out, because I was only like 1065 or so out from between Encino and here. Alright, there's some wild Mustangs right there. Every time I come through here, I always see wild Mustangs in the area. Usually here on USA Parkway. Last time I left here, I didn't see any at all. I only saw them in a field on the other side of Interstate 80 while I was sitting there at the truck stop. Alright, anyway. So, finally get through all that. Now, there were a few spots, where was that? I can't remember if I was, before I was even going down to Yennis Pass, I think I saw a couple of mishaps in that area. I don't remember if I got saved the video footage of them, but I do know that when I got close, in between Albuquerque and Continental Divide, which is around the 45 mile marker, I was watching the traffic data, and initially it was yellow on both sides, which means it's moving, and it's not moving full speed, but it's, usually yellow you tend to associate with like construction zone or maybe people are doing about 45 or whatever, and it's not too heavy traffic, or or it's heavier traffic, but it's still moving not too bad, I guess I would say. But then after I got past Albuquerque, all of a sudden I see these road closed icons pop up on my map. Which, by the way, I forgot to zoom in on this. All right, so you see here we're almost to the Walmart DC. Right down here on the right side, right after we start down this dip over here, is where we're gonna see the Walmart DC. That's where I'm going to, but we're gonna go right past it and go straight to the truck stop. Alright, anyway. Yeah, so I get over, so I had to zoom in on my map to figure out what side the road closure was on, and it turned out it was the eastbound side. Yeah, right where this highway guy, that's the entrance to the Walmart DC we're going to deliver to. But yeah, I saw it was the eastbound side, and then as I start getting closer to that spot, sure enough, yeah, I wasn't seeing shit for any traffic coming eastbound. And then all of a sudden I see like a random truck on the eastbound side. I'm like, how the hell did you get on the, I don't know how this guy ended up getting around whatever it was. I mean, you got Route 66 as a detour route that can be used, but you get kind of over in the Jamestown area. I'm not sure there are really any good truck routes that can get you around the Jamestown area without being on I-40. I don't know, I'm not that... So I was kind of curious, either they went around the problem and got back on there, a Continental Divide, or they were already sitting on an on-ramp somewhere before the accident happened, and I think that accident happened that same morning. But I finally get up there to where the road closure was at to figure out and start figuring out why it was even closed, and I realized, let's see, damn it, this oversized guy this guy's going to be a concern, and I need to make a left turn up here before the interstate, and this guy, I don't know why he's kind of dawdling just a little bit now, probably because of the curve, so we'll just go around him. I don't want to have take a chance of getting blocked from getting into this lane when the truck stops are coming up. Alright, well I think he might end up going there too, though. I don't know, unless he's trying to cut across the 80. Or he's going to the Tesla facility. Alright, regardless. Yeah, there was a pile up there. It ended up being like 5 or 6 trucks all kind of bunched up into each other, completely blocking every inch of the damn freeway from guardrail to guardrail. The one that was on the far left was on the left side of the eastbound lanes, where it was actually up into the guardrail. And then there was another, and they were, like I said, all bunched up into each other. I think I can get into 19 from up there. I think I remember there being an entrance to 19 from back over here on this street too, but Electric Avenue. But can't remember if I can get into the 19 from right here. I'll give it a try. This almost looks like it's only for cars, but alright, I know there's I know there's a spot back there where I can still go. I know there's a field back here behind this lot that I can also park in. So not a big deal. Oh, come on. God damn it, you fucking car. I could have waited. I could have gone. I'd known that car was turning into that lot. All right, yeah. See, we'll just come back into this little field thing here, and you see a truck already back here. I can even make my way back over to that, over here to the Golden State Travel Center. Yeah, not really what I planned on doing, but it'll They say it'll get the job done. Let's see. I'd rather be parked. I'll go ahead and go around and do a truck backing. I could even just stay right here in this lot. I just don't want to kind of jam up that area if other trucks decide to come into that lot. That's the only reason I don't want to be parked right there. I could even just say, screw it, I'll park right here at Golden State. I can always walk over to Pilot from here if it comes down to that. Alright, good, that guy. I was afraid he was going to turn off. Hang on. Oversize is coming into the lot. I want to make sure he has options. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah. He was waiting on me, so I was gesturing. I want to park over here, so one of us was going to have to do something. I'll put it right next to that drop trailer. It's a perfect thing for me because I don't have to worry about someone backing into gotta make sure I didn't get my trailer too close to that drop trailer. I think from the angle I should have been fine. Yeah, I'm fine. But I was in a position where I was either going to have to pull to make sure I'm not going to hit it or pull forward. Here, we'll just square up with this guy, I guess. The lines always are weird here. Oh, there it is. I can see the line over on this side anyway. Yeah, I was either going to have to go to make sure I knew where I was at or just pull forward and make absolutely certain that way. So it's just quicker to just go ahead and pull forward and be sure of myself than to get out. Alright, well I got more story time to tell on there. It's going to be a little bit... I want to do higher speed stuff over there at Walmart. It's just mundane stuff there, and I know I'm going to probably be doing the little 4-mile-an-hour creep once I'm on their property, so I don't have to stop my so I'm doing a 7-hour split here. I did a 3 over in Hawthorne for a nap, and then I got up here, and then I have just enough time to do a 7-hour split, and then just PC back up there to the guard shack. But once I'm past the guard shack, Hirschbach Logs people get all snitty about us PCing while we're inside the customer's property. So I'm gonna have to well, I'm not starting my clock up, just going to a place that's a few miles away. So I'll just do the 4-mile-an-hour thing there, so I don't have to put myself in any kind of on-duty status. Kind of cheating, I know, but it's the way we do things. It's a cat and mouse game. Alright, I got more to tell on that, on this whole trip, but we'll go ahead and do the rest of it, I guess, on the way back up to the customer. So just be forewarned, it's probably a little bit longer than I was planning on video, because I was kind of expecting the rest of this I would have already been done with by the time I got here. Get a little wordy. Alright, well, so we'll continue on. Alright guys, we are ready to go back to the customer now. You see here, we got a bit of we did end up getting a snowstorm here. Wait on this JB Hunt driver to get backed in, because I need to go where he's coming from. I need to go in that direction. Do that, or I can go use the fuel island. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and come over this way. There's plenty of room in the fuel island. I don't have time to sit here and wait for him. I didn't wait till I got my 7-hour break knocked out at least. So now we're ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and high speed it because I know the first part of the video was already 34 minutes long. I don't know, we're actually, you know what, while we're doing, I'll go ahead and talk right now, but just kind of finish up my story. So, I'm away across Arizona yesterday. I realized I forgot my my thyroid medication at my house, and I kind of need it because I don't have a thyroid, so I need the medication to act as a thyroid for the most part. Wasn't a big deal ultimately, because I can always after this load get another load in California that goes back through my area anyway. However, my wife offered to come meet me because I was already planning on this road's slick right now. So I was already planning on stopping at the Railroad Pass Travel Center in Henderson, up above Henderson, Nevada. Henderson's on the southeast end of Las Vegas. And I'd already before I even started that shift, planned on stopping there. And, it's a 200-mile trip from my house to there. So my wife ended up, after she got through doing what she was already doing, grabbed my meds and ended up coming out to actually with our youngest ones to meet me over there at Railroad Pass. It turned out it was we made a kind of a date night out of it in a way, not much of one, but we still did. It was a driving adventure for her. I ended up getting a hotel room there at the Ramada, there at the Railroad Pass Hotel and Casino. And at first I was going to get the kids to get some food or whatever for us, but my wife has health concerns that affect her dietary needs, and I was originally thinking Sparo, that fast food Italian place right there in the hotel, or in the casino, but I was also thinking about what, I don't know that would be such a good place for my wife's needs, so. And then I know there was a diner in there, and then when I looked on the other side, there was a steakhouse. And I was like, oh, steak, that might work, because I'm sure because my wife needs to eat like a keto-ish, keto or something like keto kind of diet. And anyway, it's I figured that might be the better spot to go. For that reason, and so we went ahead and went in there to eat. Let me tell you, I kind of felt a little bit like a fish out of water. Had a little bit more of an upscale vibe to it, and the prices on the stuff there, or some of the items that they had there, were kind of naturally fetching higher price anyway. Like I was looking at filet mignon, I like to eat, and they had a 6-inch 8-ounce and a 12-ounce version. I figured, I'm not a heavy eater, and I had already eaten earlier in the day anyway, so I thought maybe my wife and I could split a filet, a 12-ounce filet. Well, that was like $60 for a 12, or 40 or 48 or whatever it was for an 8-ounce. Normally I end up paying like $30 or something like that, ish, for a 8-ounce filet. So I was like, it's a little on the upscale side, but then I don't know, it wasn't too bad, I guess, with inflation. Well, then I realized looking at the menu that there was this is the employee side here. Gotta go up a little bit further. So then they had a king crab plate there. I think like Alaskan king crab, and I looked at that, and that was like $265. I'm like, holy shit! Like, definitely gotta have some money to play with there. And to me, like, I don't mind the taste of crab, but the problem is it's too much effort to eat it. I suck at eating that stuff. I have a hard time getting them, shucking them damn crab legs and stuff, and I just say it's not even worth the effort, personally. I don't even bother. I don't care how much it costs or how cheap it is, whatever. It's not worth my time. I'll just get it mixed in with sushi. How's that? Alright, right laying all others. Then they had a Grand Surf and Turf plate. It turned out it was lobster tail and filet, and that was like $140 or something like that. There was some other seafood dish that I was really eyeballing before we even walked in there. It sounded really good, but then the girl, the hostess, told me, "Oh yeah, we're all out of that one." Like, oh, you're killing me. But no, the food was great. It was definitely on the pricey side for what we did there. My wife, I, and our 2 kids. And my son's burger looked great. My daughter really liked her New York strip steak, it was a New York steak. Yeah, I think it was. And yeah, it ended up coming out to a little over, I think they were a little over $150 total for all of us. So yeah, a little bit on the pricey side, not to mention splurging on the motel room, so my wife wouldn't have to drive back to California right away. Figured that'd be better. So anyway, yeah, we were gonna go check out the Hoover Dam as well while we're there, because it's only, it's not a very long drive at all from that, from Railroad Pass to Hoover Dam, but it was like chilly and windy. My son didn't bring his jacket with him, and it was, and we knew that I was planning on getting rolling at about 1 in the morning, and it was already in the evening, like 8 or so. I'm like, yeah, I need to get some sleep anyway, so we decided, it's not like it's that far away to get from our house to Hoover Dam. We can always maybe on another weekend when I'm home, go do that adventure. Alright, so I'm going to get checked in here, and we'll probably creep it up to the dock door. Alright guys, we're checked in. We're going to end up docking in the door 3:30. Oops. So we'll just creep it in. I'll just keep quiet, and we'll kind of just high speed footage it for you guys to help speed this along, alright? They did make a change on something. Usually Walmart's, they always want you to disconnect from your trailer, pull forward, and then just wait like that until you're done. He's saying they made a change though, where now they said go ahead and stay hooked up to your trailer, just go ahead and dock in, set the wheel chocks, or wheel chock, whatever. And then when you go to office to check in, take your key with you and turn your key in. And they've kind of gone back to that routine. So, come on. I don't want to do 5 miles an hour and get thrown into drive mode. And it's kind of altered, like, in that neighborhood there. Alright, so, no big deal. I got an APU to work with anyway, so I don't really care. I'm not a big fan of that kind of thing, but I understand there are drivers who stupidly move out of dock doors when they're not supposed to. That probably have something to do with that. Okay, just remember, anytime you see a rule in place, especially one that you think is stupid, always pays to ask the question, why is that rule there in the first place? 9 times out of 10, something happened that caused that rule to get created. Alright, now we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and be quiet here, and we'll just go ahead and high speed it for you. guys, we are done unloading here. Good to go. We're pretty, no, almost the last one. There's still a guy over there to the further down. Alright, so I ended up finding out the reason why they want your key and stay hooked up is because of the icy conditions. Some drivers are complaining that they're getting stuck, or or they're sliding trying to get back underneath their trailers and stuff like that. So they just decided it was better to just have everybody stay hooked up to their trucks, and since they're going to stay hooked up to their trailers, and since they're going to stay hooked up to the trailers, they have to make sure that the trailer cannot be moved away from the door while anybody's working in it. So that's why they're doing it. It's not like a permanent, reversion back to what they used to do. It's just a weather, a surface condition thing, and that's it. Okay, kind of a dilemma on what to do now, because I have a pre-plan. I'm going to be going to Turlock to our drop yard. It's not really a drop yard, it's U.S. cold storage, but either way, we use them as a drop yard and as a customer as well, because I've done pickups and deliveries there, and I've used them as a drop yard. Anyway, I'm doing a favor for our planner because we don't have any loads available this weekend. So I'm going to go across Donner Pass and go retrieve that load, and that's going to be a local load. It's just going to Manteca. Manteca, if I remember right, is just pretty much straight to the east of Tracy. I think it's Manteca, where you can take Highway 132 across from the south end of Tracy. I don't know, maybe I'll double check on my map. I'm not really too concerned about it right now. Now I do have a trailer tire with a nail in it that's causing an audible leak. I got an abundance of time to deal with. And I got chain controls in effect from going across Donner all the way from the Nevada line to I think it was 3.4 miles. Which side of it was it? From the Gold Run exit. So it's a pretty good number of miles that I'm going to be driving with chains on if I go ahead and do that tonight. I might, but at the same time, I got to check the snow forecast again. I don't think anything new is coming. I think it's come and gone, and we're good, but I don't know. If the conditions stay good, the weather conditions stay good, I would say there's a pretty good chance that the chain control will get lifted sometime in the, sometime tomorrow, maybe late morning or something, when you get more sunlight warming it up and all that. So, I mean, it's only 4-hour drive or whatever, but then again, I like driving at night, and I like driving when there's nobody on the road to deal with. Even, regardless of how, even more easy to get through there with no one around when you have to put chains on. So, I don't know, we'll see. Alright guys, we're ready to roll now. Getting a little bit of lost traction right here trying to get rolling. Kind of like that guy in the MC Carrier's Las Vegas truck. He was knocking into door 332. He was having a hard time. I guess it turned out he was trying to slide his tandems all the way back, but he wasn't able to do it because I think the friction he was getting was causing his, even when he had his interaxle diff engaged, I could tell he had them engaged because all of his drive tires were spinning. But yeah, he wasn't having any effect, and I think he ended up just giving up and backing up to the door with his tandems forward. And I ended up talking to him on the way, because I was on my way back to my truck after checking in while he was on his way to the office, and we talked briefly about that, and I was like, oh yeah, they're not worried about it. You don't have to sweat the tandems. They don't really care. Okay. Listen, I have an abundance of time. That load that I'll be grabbing out of the Turlock yard is not due for delivery until Monday at 11 a.m. So, you know, I have the luxury of time. So it becomes a case of, do I want to run in the middle of the night and chain up and go across Donner when nobody at all is on the road, or probably hardly anybody is on the road, very limited amount of traffic, or do I just want to wait until tomorrow and risk dealing with other traffic and stuff? Because they say there's a pretty good chance the conditions will improve to where they lift the restrictions sometime tomorrow. It's just I don't want to deal with the traffic bullshit that's going to come with it. Or do I just go ahead and wait till I'm already, wait till tomorrow night, whatever, and then run then, you know, and then go grab the trailer at that time or whatever. But I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But first, for now, I'm going to go ahead and go over to the Petro in Sparks and get this trailer over to the tire shop there and see if I can get this tire repaired or replaced before I do anything else. I'm not going to take it across Donner Pass with it like it is. I'm not so worried about the leak, but the problem is it's an audible leak, and you got the Truckee Way Station I'll have to go through, and I don't want to have to why take a risk of getting a violation for an audible leak when I can get it fixed right here. And I know I'm going to be dropping this trailer also in Turlock, so I want to drop it off there full of fuel, clean, and without mechanical problems that don't need to be piling that kind of stuff off on other people, especially what time I have to work with. So we'll get that done now. Won't keep you guys on the video all the way up until then. I'm going to go ahead and end this now. That's what you guys, so you guys know what's going on. I don't know if I'll vlog the drop. I don't know. I might do the drop yard visit, or well, the Turlock visit, whatever. But I might not. I don't know. It's drop and hook kind of situation there for me, and I've been there before. So if you guys want to know what it's like there, doing that kind of thing, well, I have other videos already on my channel that you can watch for that. What's going on here? This guy just stuck, having a hard time getting up the hill. I think that's what's going on. Alright, I don't want too much jake brake. I just want a little bit to help control my speed without having to use regular brakes, but okay. Anyway, yeah, so I may or may not vlog the Turlock visit, but whatever the case, I will almost certainly be vlogging the delivery in Manteca, okay? So, alright, I will see you guys somewhere in California on the next video, okay? Turlock or Manteca, whichever. So, alright, we'll see you guys then. Thanks for hanging out watching. We'll see you then.